28 points and, am I right on that, 27 rebounds between these two? I mean, back-to-back doubles for Bridget. Katie's she's given this team everything that she has down the stretch. I can't tell you how proud I am of these two and the rest of this team. Janae Tyler's poise as a freshman on a big stage. That's a really good Ball State team we just beat. Kudos to them. They've had an amazing season. They're not done yet. They'll be playing in the postseason, and so will Toledo. This league at the top. I mean, it's tough. I would love to see two teams get to the NCAA tournament somehow out of this league because I think this league deserves it. But we have 40 more minutes to play, and we have a big goal in front of us. And I know Buffalo does too. I mean, they're going to fight like crazy as well. But I know our team is going to give everything that we have in that 40 minutes tomorrow to try and get our ultimate goal, and that's get to the NCAA tournament.
Question for our student athletes.
In a close game in the second half, with seesawing between 8 and 10 points, it felt like the whole second half. How important is the inside domination that you guys had tonight?
I mean, some of the numbers are kind of surprising to me because of how good Ball State is in the interior. But I thought our interior passing and our cutting off the ball was as good as I've seen in my 8 years at Kent State. I mean, they did a great job of really finding the open player and scoring high percentage shots. So that's on them. That's on them. They've got to make those plays when they see them, and they did.
This is really for the both of you guys. Just how demoralizing do you think it can be when you guys are just having success on the offensive rebounds like that, creating so many extra possessions? Can you sense that from the other team?
Yeah, when we're crashing the boards and we're getting offensive rebounds, it just not only, obviously, it tears them down, but for us, it just restores so much energy in us that we lost by missing a shot. So, yeah, it's big.
This is for Katie or Dunn. Your ball movement was so excellent. I mean, y'all kept the spacing. Y'all made them chase after you. Then when y'all hit the open shot, y'all played very good offense and defense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were really connected tonight on offense, and we were finding each other, taking care of the ball, playing under control, and a lot of people stepped up big for us. Everyone contributed.
Yeah, we've been working on spacing a lot recently, especially in transition, and I think we executed pretty well today.
Kyle Smith with the Ball State Daily News. Katie, obviously you don't often see a guard average 7 rebounds plus on the season and then get 14 in a big game like this. I mean, why is that such a focus for you, and how do you go about getting rebounds when bigger opponents are going up against you?
My mindset's always been to be physical and aggressive, and I just know that at the end of those plays, I can say that I did all that I could to get us extra possession, and that's good for our team. And then I want my teammates to be taking shots, and it just gives me more confidence in them and more confidence in themselves when we have people crashing.
Katie, can you speak of the composure, having just watched a team on the court previous come back in the fourth quarter, for you guys to have the composure to keep that lead between the 8 and 10 and then go up to 14?
Yeah, I mean, from top to bottom of our squad, Janae coming in as a freshman, I mean, she was controlled the whole time. We were just staying together, looking at each other and saying, you know what, we gotta keep them down and finish this game and do it together. And we just stayed connected and kept talking, and that's how we did it.
Bridget, you were 6 of 7 from the floor, 3 of 4 from 3. When you're going into a game, do you kind of have a feeling like I'm going to be on tonight, or is that something that you feel out during the course of the game?
I think definitely just through the game. Like, I don't really think about it too much. When I think, I tend to miss more. So having a clear mind is always better when I'm going up for a shot. So it kind of just comes with the flow of the game, I'd say.
Katie, talk a little bit about what you feel when you see, your teammates like Janae and Bridget just really giving it their all and pushing as hard as they can. What kind of energy does that give you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm feeding off of them a lot when they're doing things like that. They're playing hard, getting us extra possessions, crashing the boards. Bridget and Janae today finding each other, and Michaela too. Yeah, I mean, it just gives me all the more confidence and energy to play the game.
Katie, Caleb Zuber, Ball State Daily News. Just For so much that's been made about Ball State and Toledo being the top 2 teams this year, and for you guys to be in the final, standing there, just what does it say about your team and your guys' ability as a 3 seed to do that?
No, I mean, yeah, they're both really good teams, and we had a benefit because we got to play both of them right before we came here for the MAC tournament, and I don't know, that experience really helped us. And yeah, I mean, I always knew my team could do it, so I'm not surprised.
Bridget, this was your second conference tournament game. Just what about this environment do you like the most?
Just the energy, all the way through the bench and the fans. It just, keeps us going, keeps our energy high, keeps us on our toes. And we have to talk more, which is good for us because sometimes we struggle in that. And just talking through all of that and playing defense the best that we can. It's a great environment.
Any other questions for our student athletes before we dismiss them?
For either of you, your thoughts on the matchup with Buffalo?
Yeah, they're a good team. They play hard, and we're excited to play hard with them.
Yeah, we just got to put 40 minutes together again.
Seems like a good spot to end it. We'll dismiss that right now. Questions for Coach?
Before you ask a question, I do want to put one more thing on the record, and that is we don't talk about Deanna Gray enough. And when Corinne Hauser went out with an ACL this year, Deanna was asked to fill a much bigger role and play major minutes. And she got chased around like crazy tonight, and she handled herself with so much composure. And what I loved about how she played is how she handled her mistakes. She made a few mistakes and went right back and did the next right thing, and we talk about that a lot. So I'm really proud of her. I want to get her name in there for sure.
Coach, obviously, you guys started off on a 14-5 run just in the first quarter. In a game like this, in a conference tournament, how big is it to get out to an early advantage like that?
We talked about that because Ball State, you guys have seen them all year. They really like to come out swinging, and they want to try and bury you early and then make you try and play catch up, and they're very hard to play when they have a lead. And so we talked about we wanted to make sure that right out of the gate that we meant business and that we were there to stay. We weren't going anywhere no matter what. And they missed some shots. We got a little bit lucky. And sometimes in games like this, you need a little bit of help. And they missed some open threes that sometimes they typically make. And we just used that momentum to carry forward.
Coach, you held them scoreless for the last 4 minutes and 35 seconds. They shot 1 of 8 from the field. I mean, that's a championship moment there for your defense.
Not yet. Not yet.
Can you speak of, in this stage, what they were able to do at that crunch time moment?
Yeah, I mean, once again, I kept writing down the time that was left in the game and said, that's all that matters is what's in front of you. And they took that to heart. They wanted to play a full 40 minutes. It's been one of our messages that when we get to March, when we get to the conference tournament, we want to put our best 40 minutes together. And that's playing out right before our eyes. We just got to do it one more time. And that's what our focus will be.
Coach, did you feel like coming into this one, the rebounding and the points in the paint were battles that your team could have success in?
I didn't know, to be honest with you. I knew that was going to be a point of emphasis, but once again, we call their three posts like the three-headed monster because they like what Coach Sally gets to use with Roush and Kiefer and with Richard is I mean they all are very capable players. So we knew we needed to match their physicality, and we knew we needed to send a message early that we weren't going anywhere, and that we weren't backing down, and that we were here to stay. So that was a big focus for us.
Coach, Ball State scored 75 against you guys 9 days ago, only 50 today. What did you guys do differently, and what were you trying to emphasize?
We played harder and we played better. I mean, like at the end of the day, it's with a team as prolific as scoring as as prolific in scoring as Ball State is. You got to dig in on every possession, and we had a couple of mistakes that happened in there. Once again, to go back to that, we had a couple mistakes that happened defensively. We Bischoff got free for some threes. Becky's going to get free for some shots and that type of thing. But they're a good team. So what we talked about is how you respond to that is what's most important. And I loved how they would hit a big three, we'd come down, get it inside, and score at the basket. That just takes the wind out of a team's sails when they feel like they've made a move and you've canceled it out. So that was a big thing for us. But defensively, I thought we were just so solid from start to finish.
Hey, coaches, what's the trickle-down effect when Katie's one of the first players diving on the ground after balls? What kind of tone does that set for the rest of your roster?
I've been watching it for 5 years. That kid has as much heart and as much toughness as any player I've ever coached. And that's why she's a good rebounder. You guys are asking about. She grew up in a house where they played basketball. Her brother JT played at Toledo. Younger sisters at Ohio State, Emma. And can you imagine some of the driveway battles that they've had? So she's used to battling, and we've been watching that for 5 years, and I want it so bad for her, and I know she's gonna give us everything she has left.
Coach, only 10 threes attempted tonight. Was the conservative use of the three ball part of the game plan, or is that just how it shook out tonight?
Yeah, we talk about don't pass up good, right? Don't pass up good shots, right? And I thought that we took the ones that were good for us. We didn't force things. When we got in a little bit of trouble in the non-conference and sometimes in conference play, we were forcing threes a little bit too much, which leads to run-outs and transition points. I thought we played really composed. Our shot selection was really good. Our ball movement was excellent. Our cutting off the ball was as good as we've had all season. And so it was really good to see that. And I think that's going to give our team even more confidence.
You and Brady are two of the longest tenured coaches in this conference. Obviously, you guys have coached against each other countless times. So you guys obviously kind of took an extended moment at the end of the game to talk with each other. What's that competitive relationship like between you guys?
Yeah, Brady and I are cut out of the same cloth. We hate to lose. We're very passionate coaches and that type. We've had our little competitive run-ins over the past few years and stuff like that. But I think there's a significant mutual respect between the two of us, that's what it was. He said to me, you guys played your tails off and keep it going. And I just wished him best of luck in postseason because they're going to play in some postseason tournament. So that's what it was about, yeah.